What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the X-Men 3-pack from the 60-year anniversary. We got Gambit, Banshee, and Psylocke. There is 2 sets like this, and this is just half of them. You got the front artwork. You've got the side. You've got the back. And you can see each figure with their different accessories. Gambit having the alternate hands, Banshee with the alternate head sculpt and hands, Psylocke with alternate hands and her side blades. Artwork from the cover. And there's the front again. Let's get them open and check them out. Alright, so here are the figures outside of the packaging. And they are in their training suits. I believe these are from issue like 275 or something like that. It's a double, I was gonna say double spread, but you know, it's like one of those things where you can open up the cover a little bit more and you can see everybody across it. And again, this is only half of the 2 packs. The Wolverine was sold separately. The figures inside the packaging are in this weird cardboard. I hate windowless packaging, but they were in there and the figures were tied into these little things. And then the accessories had their own little bags also for it. So here you got Gambit, Banshee, and Psylocke. I'm pretty sure Banshee is the main reason anybody wanted this set. Didn't ever had a really good Banshee figure, and this one looks awesome. Nice head sculpt and everything. Just not maybe in the colors everybody wanted. It's not like he wasn't seen in the yellow and blue a little bit more than everybody else, but everybody's waiting for that green and yellow. So, you know, here's Gambit's accessories. We've got the little satchel. If we can see that. Not bad. Brown. Got the silver clasp. We've got the throwing hand. Throwing those cards. Look good. The pink on it looks really nice. You can see the cards on there. Those aces. They look really good. I guess they plug in on the bottom. You can see he's charging them. So really nice. You have the single card that he can hold up. Very cool. We've got an open hand or a grasping hand. For Banshee, we've got just 2 kind of open hands. I love this hand sculpt. Yeah, again, the reaching. Hand me something. Very expressive. And he comes with that one. And he's got this one here that's also open, just not as, I guess, dramatic as the other one. The other one looks a little more aggressive. And then we have his second head sculpt, which looks really nice. Got his mouth open, he's screaming, hair flowing back, you know, he's doing his Banshee thing. So really cool. The paint on it's pretty nice. The eyes, the green eyes, inside the mouth, the flesh tone with little highlights on the cheeks. Even the hair has highlights in it. Really nice. Now for Psylocke, we have a closed fist. We have a chopping hand. Really cool. We've got the purple effects that go around her katana. And then we have her little side blade. And they're really nice translucent purple. Really nice. So let's start with Gambit. So here we'll start with Gambit. Gambit, his head sculpt looks all right, not bad. Probably one of the better ones they've done because of the paint, and looks like all of them have just a little bit more paint on them in their sculpt, so that's pretty cool. Could be the exact same head sculpt as one of the others. We'll see in a comparison. But he looks pretty good. Brown hair, no highlights in it, dark brown. But you got the reddish in the eyes. Dark eyebrows. The lip color looks nice. Some blushing on the cheeks. Nice black headbands. His mask. This part right here is a little collar that is kind of floating on there. I guess so they can use the body on like multiple characters. You know, this is reused body, so you can just keep it simple. You don't have to make a whole entire mold just for the neck piece. Got the red and black for the belt. Nice yellow and blue. Again, these are all pretty simple suits, so he's got the molded in leg bands, which is awesome. Same thing for above the boot. So, pretty cool. He comes with like his throwing hand, I guess you would say. Maybe. His what's up hand. See him like, hey. Something like that. Posing hands. Just, yeah, looking cool hands. Then he comes with his throwing card hand. He also has this satchel we'll throw over. So you just threw some cards. He's launching those bad boys. About to get some distance. Pretty cool. Got the satchel on him. And his other hand is just the vertical hinge hand, the open hand. So won't throw that on there. Actually, I will throw that on there because he comes with the staff also. Can't forget about that. And it is his staff holding hand. The staff looks okay. It's a little flimsy. Probably gonna warp over time. Kind of wish it was a little more solid. So, pretty nice. And then of course, got his little playing card here. All right, so let's take a look at his articulation. So articulation wise, Gambit's head is on a ball hinge, so it looks down like crazy. You get that weird lump in there, but if you look at him from another direction, you're doing some posing, taking some photography, you can get him to look pretty good. You don't have to see that. So I like that they can look down this far. I like what any of them can. He looks up very far, which is really nice. He tilts his head barely more to this side. I do like it. T-pose arm can come up that far. Butterfly joint, upper bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows. We've got the rotation and hinge here in the wrist. This hand has a vertical. This hand right here is not movable. It's just stuck that way. The peace sign is horizontal hinges. So yeah, we got an ab crunch and then a waist cut. Leg goes up about that far. Comes back to neutral. Double jointed pinless knees, upper thigh cut, boot cut, hinge and pivot for the ankle and foot. And that will give you your awesome articulation, which I like that a lot. Pretty cool. Very awesome. So for comparison, we have the Gambit from the Caliban Build-A-Figure wave, and we have, of course, the one from this set. So the Caliban one is probably one of the earliest Gambits we've gotten. I never picked up the retro card one. I think it was pretty much the same thing, just a different colorway. But this one is modified. I did modify him. So normally it comes with that hard plastic trench coat, but I took that off. I wanted the cloth one. So I had the old Toy Biz Gambit, and I took it off and put it on that Gambit. But I also removed the arms and put the black Spider-Man arms on him, and then just swapped his hands in place of it. So that way I could have both versions of him without the hard plastic, or without the trench coat, so you can go without it or with it. But one thing I always didn't like was the head sculpt. The head sculpt was not the best for me. It was actually pretty terrible to me. The hair just looks crazy. This one, the hair is still kind of crazy to me, but it looks a lot better. The face sculpt looks better. Everything about that head sculpt looks a lot better than this one. I want to say people were probably swapping that. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and see if that'll actually work. Yeah, so that head sculpt actually pops straight on there. Maybe it looks just a tiny bit bigger than the body, or like it might be too big. But honestly, with the trench coat, you can't really tell. That might be my new Gambit. I might need another set. Just so I can get another extra head sculpt. Which isn't a bad idea, because I think this body is a very wanted body, Gambit's, because you can make other characters out of this body. You can make Joseph, people were making Morph out of it. So pretty cool. I like that a lot. So I might need another set somewhere down the road, maybe. We'll see. So that head sculpt is pretty awesome. I'll get him back onto the normal body he belongs to. I like this body. I think it looks a little more, I guess, bulkier than this one. It's hard to tell because I got the trench coat on. But it is an older style. I mean, this one came out first, and you had the retro card version of him with like lighter colors, and then you got the 97 one, I think, came out, which doesn't look bad. That 97 one's not bad. I wish I would have picked that one up. But and I had the Mezco one. I let that one go. I was nervous about the coat, but I probably shouldn't have been. If I see that one again, that's probably been the best looking Gambit to me, like, so far. It just didn't have the articulation either, and I love articulation, especially the ab crunch. But that one you couldn't tell because the top part was like a armor layered on top of it. So you could still kind of crunch it underneath, but it wasn't posing right. So yeah, still probably one of my favorite ones. And again, I just got nervous about that coat. But here, these two stand about the same height, but you can see the faces look different. This one looks thicker, bulkier. Almost looks a little oversized, but when you're looking at it in person, it's not bad. It's not bad. A part of that's probably his neck picking up, making it look bigger than what it is. So. Because it is also molded in the black or colored in the black. So yeah, this Gambit is definitely an upgrade. About the same height. I would say maybe this one's like a smidge taller. Just because of the upper body. So yeah, I think this head will look perfect on there. All right, so up next we got Psylocke. Psylocke looks really good. I like the Psylocke figure. I like the head sculpt. I know a lot of people did. And just like the other ones, she's got extra painting in there that really makes it look even better. Purple hair with the shading in there. The eyes are nicely done. The lips. She's got pinkish tone on the cheeks. Really nice. Got the yellow and blue suit like the other ones. Nothing too crazy. Black and red for the belt. Articulation. She's got the ball hinge. And the way her hair is sculpted, coming down to the side, it lets her move a little bit better. So she looks down about that far. And then she can look up pretty far, which is really nice. You got T-pose, upper bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows, which look how far that arm goes. Really nice. And then the peg hinges and rotates for the hands. Diaphragm cut for her. That moves pretty good. Goes forward about that far. I wish it would have come forward a little bit more. Goes back pretty good. No waist cut. Leg moves forward that much. Moves back to neutral. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. Boot cut. Let's see. Nope, no boot cut. Unless it's no boot cut. Hinge and pivot for the foot and ankle. So, articulation's pretty nice. Of course, we've got this side blade that it does just kind of go over. Actually, we'll switch it out with this hand here. And it does wrap around there. There we go, and the hand kind of molds to it. And you've got her famous side blade. So how nice is that? Pretty cool. Love that face sculpt, it looks really good. I think people were removing this. They all come with really good paint, and I think people were swapping the heads onto like all the older bodies. Which is, I mean, that says a great deal about how much they like these head sculpts, you know? Here you have Psylocke with the other hand on, which is that palm. Or chopping. And we'll go ahead and take that one off. Put the other open hand back on. And again, the katana will just slide straight through this effect here. And there you have her with her katana. The psychic katana. Side blade. Really awesome. Really cool. Of course, you don't need the side blade. It's just more what she's known for, but you can get her to dual wield that psychic katana. How awesome is that? That's pretty cool. She's got the range to do it. Very, very nice. All right, so for comparison, we have her next to her other Psylocke figure. So this is my preferred look for Psylocke. I think it is for everybody. This is how we know her in her little blue ninja suit. Looks really good. Just a lot of people would say something about the hair. She's got black hair here. They prefer the purple. You can definitely tell this version is purple. And I believe everybody's taking this head and putting it on this body. But you can see the difference in the side blade. So it had that hot pink. Looks really, really cool. She's just more known for the purple. So, I mean, it looks pretty cool. This one is a little bit taller. Has the diaphragm cut also, no waist cut, anything like that. This one has single jointed elbows, which, you know, we wanted the double jointed in female figures forever. We're starting to get them. Really big step. We've got pinless joints in the newer one. So really cool. And just to see, here is this Psylocke head on that body. And it pops on. It looks just a little weird. It looks really good, but also I mean, you can see how really good that head sculpt is. The paints kind of match up in some spots. You could tell she's wearing the extra makeup. But I think this one sits kind of low. So it almost makes it look like she's got no neck. It's weird. Maybe if it sat just a little bit higher. I don't know, would I like that? A little bit lower than that. I don't know, so like a midway point maybe. It would look really good. Yeah, need to be able to see a little bit more of the neck in there. But yeah, I mean, that head sculpt looks really good, and actually popping it on is not terrible. So, all right, up next we have the main man himself, the one that everybody probably wanted the most in this set. So here we have Banshee. And again, Banshee had the pretty cool accessories with the different head sculpt. You got the hands that I like. And that's pretty much it. For him, you have the yellow and blue suit also, just like the others. But you have this collar here, which is done really nice. It's like glued in there, pegged in. You've got his, I don't know what to call it, glider. I'm gonna call it his little gliding wings. Those wings. So, looks pretty nice. Little fabric material plugged in here to the, I guess I'd say plugged in. Stitched around these little pegs that go around his boot cuts, the bands, and then into the back of his forearms. So you got nice paint for the eyes, the hair, nice little neutral but smirky. Yellow and blue all the way down, black and red for the belt. Nothing crazy. One thing I wish is that this colors, the black and yellow, went onto the back side of the wings. But yeah, just the standard yellow and blue suit. So for articulation, he's on a ball hinge, so he looks down about that far. He looks up pretty good. He's gonna be flying, so you want him to be able to hit the flying poses. Can tilt the head, no, not very much. T-pose goes pretty far up. That's really good. Butterfly joint, upper bicep cut, double jointed pinless elbows that go very far. You got horizontal hinge for the in rotation at the peg. Ab crunch goes down about that far, goes back really, really far, which will probably aid with the flying stuff. But he crunches really, really nice. That's really cool. I like that. Waist cut. Leg goes forward. When it goes forward, it actually comes out a little bit. It just doesn't go straight forward. It's almost like a Y joint, but I don't know that's what they did. Don't know why it's doing that. Probably the shape, but it goes only forward about that far. Goes back to neutral. A little past neutral. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. That bend really far. Boot cut, hinge, and pivot for the foot. It's a pretty nice articulation. So for his other accessories, we got the yelling head and the open hands, which this looks really awesome. You get some nice posing out of it. If you're looking at it from this point of view, it looks really nice. If you're looking from a top view though, again, this is why I wish we would have the yellow and black on the back of it. But you get some really good posing out of him, like he's flying, using his powers. Just really cool. Swooping in. Something like that. But if you straighten these legs and really try to outreach the hand, you get a little bit of stretch in it. Not stretch, but like strain in there. So, of course, to make it a little more natural, you're bending. He's flying through the air. And then everything kind of matches really nice. So that's really awesome. I love that. That's such a good look. So I don't have that old Toy Biz Banshee. I think that was the only Banshee figure that we got in legend form. But who better to compare with than his daughter, Siren. So Siren is in that yellow and green that we like, that we want Banshee to be in. And they both look really awesome together. The Siren has her little wings are like, they got a hole in it and the hands peg straight through the hole and then lets this rotate. Now she has, how I was saying I wanted Banshee, when you look at her from the backside, has all the color there, but underneath she doesn't. So I just wish it could have been a way to like make it go through both sides for both figures. But I mean, they look really cool together. I think that's pretty awesome to get a family like that. Really cool. She is a little bit shorter, so she does look like, you know, daughter, and he does got that smirk, like, you know, proud of her, you know, that sort of thing. So really, really cool. I like that a lot. And, you know, they're not going to waste this mold or anything like that, or these head sculpts for that matter, on Banshee. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see him in the green and yellow. And here they are with Wolverine that has the same suit to match. He was released single card, so you know, he's not going to be a part of any of those 3 packs. But he kind of rounds out that look for all of them. Pretty nice looking match here. I don't really see anything that's too far off. The belts might be just slightly different. His X is just a little bit shinier. But other than that, I would say it's a pretty good match for not coming in the same set. So really cool to see them together. And of course, we'll fill them out some more with the other set. So overall, this is a really nice set. I mean, all of them have extra paint in the face area, and the face sculpts look better than their previous versions. So you can't go wrong with that. I see why everybody's swapping those heads onto like older bodies. But these new bodies that they come with are also really nice. Butterfly joints, double jointed elbows and knees, pinless. The paint's pretty simple, but done really nice. I mean, they're really nice figures. Not a bad set. I didn't pick this up when they first came out, but I did pick it off of Hasbro, like their Bolt stuff a little while ago, on sale. But now they're even on a more of a sale at like Ross and stuff. So if you can catch it there, I personally think it's worth it. But again, it depends on whether you even want this team together at all. Because it's not like they wore that suit or, these suits for a long time. Banshee, this is our best Banshee figure, and he actually did wear this suit for a little while. the other set has, you know, some more figures, kind of like Psylocke and Gambit, that didn't wear the suits that long, but they do have another key character that wears that suit in Force. So I think they broke them up on purpose, because, you know, you really need those ones. And they go in any collection versus just having just these. So again, all look really good. I like the articulation. Gambit looks good. Banshee looks awesome. Psylocke looks good. So, I mean, no real complaints, especially now that you can find them for pretty good prices, you know. Maybe Gambit could have came with like an extra head sculpt like Banshee does, or maybe Psylocke could have, or something like that. But, I mean, they all come with their own little things. Gambit has the throwing cards and staff and the satchel to make up for it, the hand sculpts. Psylocke has the different blades, so Banshee wasn't coming with too much, so maybe that's why they threw out the extra head sculpt for him, which kind of makes sense. So, yeah, another good set. This is really good, and upgrades. I probably do need another set of these just to do the head swaps like everybody else has been doing. So, yeah, that's it for this review, and I will catch y'all in the next one.